It's the Sleepers Podcast. It's Riley Friday. Welcome to the show, everyone. I open my arms. Let's all go in for a group hug.
Lean that ass in, Riley. Pause.
Thank you. Wow. The close up of Riley's nose there. That was just a treat for the viewers. If you didn't watch YouTube, stop what you're doing right now. Go look at the close up of Riley's nose on YouTube. Riley, how are you?
Doing well. Let's see. Where do I want to go this morning? Anything? I asked Carter what was going on new with his life, and he didn't really have much, but I kind of made fun of him for it. But I don't really know if there's much on my end either. Been eating a lot of honey roasted peanut butter from the fresh market recently.
We're so back, man. I do have a couple follow-up questions here. One, Riley, are you the type that gets frustrated with the length of your nose hair? Like, how many times do you shave your nose hairs a week? Like 3 times?
So I wouldn't say I do it regularly, but I do have a nose trimmer. Shout out to Phillips Norelco. Maybe they could be another sponsor one day. But yeah, one of the things that maybe that's what's new in my life. This happened to me like a year ago when I got this nose hair trimmer. It was like the telltale side that you're getting old is when you get excited when your nose hair trimmer comes in the mail.
That's Greg, do you have a nose trimmer
I just use a razor.
for your nose?
Yeah,
How do you get up there?
I've got ways.
That's special.
It's all about angles.
Congrats.
I probably could use a legitimate nose hair trimmer, but yeah, can't say I've ever set out to get a nose hair trimmer before.
Respect.
You
I figured you'd have like the face shaver and there's like an attachment that's like a nose trimmer on
But
there.
no, I do. So I mean, I shave with like a normal razor, and then I also have an electric razor. And when I'm talking with the nose, it's definitely the electric razor. Just pop it up and get at the angle.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought you were like firing it up there with like the
No,
hand razor and like going up there with the Gillette, John.
no, that'd be wild. I would say electric razor to the nose is the get it out the mud of trimming nose hair, which I like to think that's what I do. And then Riley's more like the gated community nose hair trimming.
I mean, it's on brand. My nose hair trimmer also has another setting that you can like put a little guard on it and trim your eyebrows too, which like I get people know if they watch this on YouTube. My eyebrows are one of my defining characteristics. Every once in a while you get a couple rogue ones that are just sticking out doing their own thing and you gotta, take the trimmers to that as well. So
Hmm.
um I'm big on like facial grooming in general. That sounds weird.
You talking about the silly facial?
Yeah, the silly facial. Yeah, let's move on.
Carne thoughts?
This program just never ceases to amaze me at how special it can truly be. You think you know, but you really don't. I'm gonna get to the YouTube comment of the day after Riley answers this question. Riley, do you have a bidet?
I don't know. Wait, Cart, you're burying the lead here. You haven't given us an update on your skincare routine in a while. This was like
I mean,
2025. I'm into
it's
skincare.
I mean, the shit speaks for itself. My skin is fantastic. It's never felt better.
Okay.
I think visually, as long as you can't see the gray hairs in my head, I think I look younger.
Are you still doing the routine that you started in 2025?
I am. I do it morning and night. Now I can't. I reached a point too where I think I pushed through the period where it was just like that, silly little, silly little, resolution. I really tapped into like breaking through that resolution wall. Now it like irritates me if I can't do it before I go to bed. Like I left it, I think. Where did I leave it? I left it when I went somewhere and I wasn't able to do it, and it just like it didn't hit the same just doing face wash. I need the whole routine.
Can I do a Greg bit here?
Of course.
Cart, if I texted Meg right now, would she say you do your your skincare routine day and night?
She would.
Okay. I just didn't know if this was like legit or if this is like the infamous estate sale story. But
The- That also was a true story as well. Shout out to Ordinary Products, by the way. That's what I use. Great, great, great stuff for if you're out there looking for a facial enhancement, go ahead and tap into that. Let's see what we have here as far as the YouTube comment of the day. Do. Uh, Riley, while I find this, are you still a juice? What's his name? Half an annual guy?
Julius Halifanoa. Yeah, I'm still a
Yeah.
believer. Is he in the portal?
No,
Oh, okay.
relax. Simmer down there. Simmer down
Year
there.
two, big juice loading in Georgetown, baby.
Simmer down there, Poncho. All right. God, not a lot of good. See, I want something that's not mean. A lot of mean comments lately. Let's go. Let's go with this one. Okay. Actually, no, that's mean. What is going on today, people? Anything nice? Oh,
You can do the mean ones.
I can do the mean ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Greg, so you know we were doing the Big Ten power rankings yesterday?
Yeah.
This isn't a mean one, by the way. Uh, Biddle actually has an extra year of eligibility. So he's testing the draft waters right now, but they're assuming that he's going to come back. And they also might get Dame Sar. So, question for you, re-ranking the Big Ten power rankings here. Where does Oregon fall if they have Shellstad, Biddle, and Sar?
Ooh, it's a really good question. I think I'd go Michigan State one, Purdue two, probably still going UCLA three, and then Oregon four.
Oregon 4?
Yeah,
Okay.
that feels right. I would
Didn't we
definitely
have them
leap them.
didn't we have them at 4 yesterday when we did it or no?
Yeah, but I had it was actually Purdue, UCLA, Michigan, and then I had like Illinois, Oregon in that next group. I think if Biddle was back, Oregon would leapfrog into that like secondary contender tier. And I would have them ahead of Michigan even with the Axel if they got Biddle back.
Okay, that
That's
makes
a big
sense.
get.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
get.
Okay, makes sense. That does it for the YouTube comment. Should we get to the Discord comment?
Sure.
Please join the Discord. Join the Discord on your desktop. The description is in the link of our Twitter bio. If you join on there, it is $9.99 a month. Great community. All types of perks. I just found out the other day that Greg, you know, people play poker in our Discord.
Yeah, they've been doing that like I think almost nightly right now, which is crazy.
That's insanity. But
Yeah.
yeah, people play poker. People have basketball conversations. There's a college football dynasty fantasy league too that you can be a part of. I am in it. Last night I lost 133 to 37 to Dion. I threw 16 interceptions. I also gave a 77 to nothing run in the second half, but I fought hard. I couldn't recover though. Now to the Discord comments. Let's see what we have here. Starting with where's this at? Oh, here we go. Just snacky. I think the Andre Versar decision for Brad didn't come down to the money, but more so the fact that he has one big bullet left to fire with this roster, and he didn't want to spend it on an unproven 18-year-old. He mentioned a week ago that he's trying to get more veteran heavy since it worked for them 2 seasons ago. Thoughts?
My pushback to that is that he didn't care about any of that for the last 6 months. Sar has been the priority target the whole time. It feels like post result justification to be like, he actually wanted to get older. Like, no, he wanted Sar for 6 months, and then Sar's camp increased the price, and they backed out.
I like a good pivot.
Yeah.
Dreadhead Dev Royal the King. Who's the first person who we see play about half a season, then just go to the NBA or G League after like trade deadline or buyout markets go down in the league? Not like a Jalen Johnson where you sit out and prepare for the draft, but more like a PJ Harrison deal.
Ooh, good question.
That's
Riley,
a good one. Let's stick with the PJs and say PJ Haggerty.
like that.
Keep it PJ themed. That's a good one.
AJ, I mean, AJ DeBonza would be a huge candidate for this if he wasn't on a team that I think projects to be like top five in the country. Like, had AJ gone to Carolina, he would definitely be a threat to go home for winter break and never come back.
Mm, My pick is, well, two things. My pick is Nate Ament, and I think he goes and plays for Perth or the Adelaide 36ers for half a year. And second off, obviously, I'm a bigger gentleman, right? We all know that. It's not we don't got to put that out there anymore. And I'm not here to shame anybody. PJ Harrison got big as hell, dog. I did not even recognize that dude on that podcast.
On the
That's
one he did
crazy.
with Theo Pinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, both he and Ray Felton, those are the ones who are like, you stop hooping, start eating, catch a
And
Yeah.
quick.
Is
and
the
Sean
UNC
May. What's
cafeteria
going on
special?
with Sean May? What's going on with the UNC post?
Sean May's always been a bigger guy though.
Bryce Johnson's a little hefty now too.
Yeah.
It's like it's
That's why UNC can't have a TBT team. They're too busy eating. G.
What was that?
Who's the player that you think plays half a year?
Oh, I endorse Haggerty. I like
Oh,
that.
you okay?
Yeah.
Sneaky pick here, Darren Peterson.
I do think that's a sneaky one for
If
sure.
it's going to be a freshman, it's Debanza.
Yeah, but like we all think it's gonna be Debanza, but it ends up being Peterson.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. Also, Debanza's good, man. We're good in BYU. Provo's going up. Take a swig. Um, Malik Perry, happy Riley Friday, if he's on today's episode. Glad Riley changed what he said about his track team setting a record because I know damn well your team ain't that fast. I'm fact checking all your sports records.
I have the screenshot to prove it that we did set a record. We had two guys on my relay team that made it to the NFL. So respect
Who?
Charlotte Christian.
Who?
One of them, his name is Sims McElfresh, played football at App State, went through rookie mini camp with the Detroit Lions. I kid you not. You can Google this,
They're
Cart.
trying to come out here and convince me that there was someone who made the NFL named Sims McElfresh.
Yes. Do you want me to send you his highlights?
No, he's not real.
I promise you he's
Sim,
real.
what'd you call him?
He had a lot of
If you
nicknames.
didn't just call him Fresh, he's not real.
Yeah, fresh.
A kid named Sims McElfresh went to the NFL from your school. You didn't call him Fresh?
People made more like I'll share nicknames off air, but
Why are they racist?
no, they're they are not. But
What's the name of the next kid? Doug
but
Dimmadome?
Matthias Farley, who played at Notre Dame,
Oh,
started
I
in the
actually know who that
national.
is.
Yeah, he
You
started.
gotta Google Sims McElfresh.
I'm texting you Sims's highlights right
You
now.
gotta Google Sims McElfresh right now.
Oh no, yeah, this is gonna be classic. Hold on, dude. Sim McElfresh.
He played for the Lions.
God, I've never seen it. It's Sims with two M's too.
Yeah, I just sent you his App State highlights.
Okay, so to be fair, his NFL profile has zero career snaps, zero stats. So
Yeah, because
Riley
he
touting him as an NFL player is a little crazy. But he
okay,
has been a Detroit Lions player in practice, it appears.
he went through rookie camp with the Lions and didn't make it further, but he made it further than 99% of like football players, and he's one of my good friends. So I will go to bat for Sims and say he made the NFL.
I respect that. I'm just dead at Sims McElfresh with two M's, and he's a white wide receiver.
Crazy.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I got to regroup here. I do know who Matthias Farley is, though. By the way,
Yeah, he played at Notre Dame. He actually got signed off like the street to play for the Panthers, I think 2 years ago, right before they were playing the Dolphins when like Tyreek Hill was Tyreek Hill. And it was basically like, okay, good luck, Matthias. Like you get to cover Tyreek Hill after you haven't been playing all year. And he got toasted for a touchdown. But yeah, both those dudes are on our relay team.
Malik Perry once again. Another one for Choir Boy. Would you be a part of the conclave if invited? Rest in peace to the Pope. He was a real one.
I guess so. I don't know. My Catholic lore. I'm not really up to date on my Catholic lore.
Were you in the choir, Riley?
No, I think Malik is just making jokes.
Mm. Can you sing?
Not really, no.
I figured you did you play in the choir like band or something, the church band?
Once or twice.
You
Play
just
guitar.
you just popped in.
Yeah, I just popped in, play a little guitar, maybe had a little guitar solo here and there, popped out.
You're so special. I want to go to church with you. Okay, back to sports. Do I get my stand on business badge because I said Illinois was an orphanage? Ty wasn't leaving, and now he's just going to turn things around with two tall bigs. Greg, you're the badge member of the community. Does Malik get his stand on business badge?
No.
All right, good. Good to know. Let's see here. Oh, sorry, one more Malik comment. I think Tom will pay Adams if he believes he's a good kid. Imagine if we had Jason Adams. Would that move you in a good way? End of flurry. Been busy with my jobs, multiple jobs.
So I'm just looking at Riley's text to us about what Sims McElfresh's real nickname was, and your friend group needs some help, man. Like that, we need like a whiteboard session, but I'm wildly disappointed in you guys.
That we didn't just call him Fresh. Fresh felt too obvious. I
Oh,
feel like
just
someone tried Fresh and it didn't stick.
like you have the coolest possible name, funniest name to work with ever for nicknames, and you guys come up with one of just the lamest, worst possible attempts for a nickname.
Should have been better.
Who approved that?
I don't know.
Who
Probably
was the
It
leader
was
of the friend
Riley. It was
group,
Riley.
Riley?
it
Riley
was
was the
me.
leader. Riley was the leader. I picture Riley like in school, kind of like not in this regard because obviously like it's it's a different school, but what was the name of the dudes that Travolta and them was rolling with in Greece? What was the group, the nickname group for the boys?
Grease Lightning.
Was that there? Was that them?
Wasn't that their name? Or the Thunderbirds or something?
Yeah, something like something around that. Like I felt like you were the ringleader at Charlotte Christian. Like you have a leather jacket on, you pop the collar, and you'd be like, "Let's roll, boys," and then y'all would walk away snapping.
My role was more with like our core group. I had to do something to make a name for myself because of like the core five of us, I was the worst athlete. Sims and the other kid, another kid named Kyler, he played football at Duke. So they were
Murray?
Kyler what? Kyler what?
Kyler Brown.
No,
Sorry, I know.
call him Brownie.
No, I'm trying to remember what we called Kyler. I actually don't know if he had a nickname.
What can Brown do for you? Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Let me move on here.
The walking away snapping's got me dead. Riley, be honest.
Let's roll, boys.
How many times did you bully someone, Riley?
There was a kid who I used who always had Reese's at his lunchbox, and he'd leave his lunchbox in his locker, and no one put locks on their locker at Charlotte Christian. And low key during Bible class, I would dip out and go steal the Reese's from his lunchbox. I like feel kind of convicted about it years later, if I'm being
That's kind of
honest.
crazy.
Were they the big cups or were they the little cups?
Yeah, it was like full size Reese's
Wow.
You're a demon during Bible study class.
during Bible class.
Wow.
Kevin Ramsey, if you hear this, I'm sorry, man.
I want to go to your high school reunion so bad and just act like I went there. Hey, Cart McElfresh. Sim's younger brother. Good to meet you. I'm Ainer. Happy Rally Fridays. If college sports were to go full professional status with player contracts, which player movement system would you like to see utilized? The traditional American sports model or the international soccer transfer fee model?
I don't understand the transfer fee model and I never will, so I don't want that.
I think you would pick it though for this reason, G. It's like you if you're I guess I'll put it like this. If you're like a lower level team, right? Basically, if you're a mid major in this situation, the school would have to pay you a fee to get the player. So it's like you get money for the player that is being taken from you.
Okay.
So that's like part of the fee. So like what like mid major got absolutely like decimated this past year or something like that. I don't know who it would be, but
Belmont. Take Belmont. Belmont always loses like three dudes to high
yeah,
major.
like Belmont they would have to like UNC would pay or Ole Miss would pay for Malik Dia, right? And then also Ole Miss would have to pay Belmont for Malik Dia.
But then wouldn't Belmont just use that money to buy different players?
Yeah.
I guess I just don't get it. Like you're gonna pay $1 million to me for Malik Dia, and then I'm gonna take that $1 million and just buy Malik Dia back.
No, because well, one, you're not going to be able to get Malik Dia back, and also like the money would be the difference in the money would be there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've never understood it. I'm too obtuse.
I'm a big transfer fee model guy. I think it's a cute. All right, nothing. I'm Ander once again. What would be your great value Villanova Knicks team? Meaning 3 to 5 college teammates that clearly weren't good enough to be pros in the NBA, but you would like to watch them in the G League or overseas.
It's hard. I don't know. I don't think there's many teams that have that many guys. North Carolina might have a group somewhere.
Yeah, North Carolina would.
Theo Pinson, Justin Jackson, Joel Berry. I would Like to watch them in the G League. I'm like,
I think right now I'd go with Klingon, Castle, Cam Spencer.
what about like that Kansas team that had Devonte Graham, Malik Newman, and Svi Mikhailuk?
I'd be willing to see it, but maybe a different combination. A different combination.
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 Um, I'd like to actually see some of the Duke boys from this year's past team be on the same team and just rock out. Honestly, in the NBA.
That'd be fun.
Let's see here. Fam33. Happy Bluffs Friday. Y'all know how we rock. Is the correct combo for 50 to 65-degree weather short sleeve shirt with pants or sweatshirt with shorts? If shorts, half calf socks or lower? I mean, we know the answer for G on this one. He's the biggest hoodie and shorts guy out.
I too love a good hoodie and shorts combo.
We see your calves.
That's the right length of socks.
That is the
Just
right
covering
length
the
of
ankles.
sock. I will say that. I'm with you on the sock length for sure. I'm more pants t-shirt guy though. So we land on that one. Thank you, fam. Compliant guy. Let's see. Sleeve Nash. Throughout the offseason, multiple discords tried to tamper me away. Big bags were thrown, but as I always say, be where you're loved. After a long meeting with my camp, I am proud to announce the return of the Nash.
Yay. Thank you.
Thanks, Sleeve.
I'm Team
Um,
Sleeve. Did you see one of I don't know, a person online was coming after Sleeve yesterday? Did you see that?
uh-uh.
I'll send you the tweet right now. I'm gonna be careful with my words on this, but Sleeve was getting some shit yesterday.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw that my way for sure.
Sleeve, I actually was proud of Sleeve for how he stood on business.
We love a good stand on business.
Yeah. So here, I'm sending you the text right now or the tweet right now.
Please do.
Any guesses on who it came from?
Yeah, I already know who it was.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Sleeve responded by tagging himself.
I will say what you will about Sleeve, but no one likes referring to himself more in the third person or doing things like the return of the Nash, the Sleeveverse, or whatever he said, than Sleeve. And I gotta respect that move.
It's a
The
power
the
move.
tagging of himself is hilarious.
It's a dog. When I saw that, it got me all the way back Team Sleeve. That's the thing. I genuinely have an affinity for Sleeve. I've always been Team Sleeve, but then sometimes Team Sleeve abuses the fact that I actually like him and like torments me. Like he has malicious intent for sure. But right now,
Stop the phone. Are we getting chirped?
the second one I sent you.
Yeah.
So here's what I think. I think Sleeve saw that and thought it was chirping us, but it wasn't. It was chirping on three.
Oh.
And because Sleeve responded to somebody and was like, "See, I'm Team Sleepers," and I was like, "This ain't us, dog. This ain't. We're not in the beef this time."
Yeah,
So
we moved on from that beef.
yeah, no,
What
no,
no,
no. Move on.
I'm moving on. I'm just saying it's one of the easier beefs that we've won.
Move on.
It's so
Move on.
it's so hard though.
Please move on, man.
Okay, all right. I'm moving on. I'm moving
Okay,
on.
this is the slowest tempo comment section ever, and we still have like 7 things to get through after Riley before Bleacher Report. I'm going to pull rank if you don't get this moving.
That does it for the Discord comments today.
Thank you. Good job, Discord. Join the Discord. It helps keep this show happening. We appreciate it. We're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SLEEPERS. You can get up to $1,000 in bonus credits and a free pick. The NBA playoffs are rocking. You've got MLB every single day, NHL playoffs as well. A lot of sports. Golf this weekend. Underdog Fantasy promo code SLEEPERS. Sign up, and maybe we'll stop putting ads in the middle of the videos. Let's get to the show. But first, Riley, do you have any words for us from the big man upstairs?
Oh man, I was not prepared for this day.
Speak from the heart then.
I'm always prepared. I always got something. So this comes. I'm actually at the time of recording this. I'm speaking on this verse at crew tonight, and this comes from the book of Second Timothy, chapter 1, and Paul writes this. He says, "This is why." Excuse me. You see, God did not give us a cowardly spirit, but a powerful, loving, and disciplined spirit. So don't be embarrassed to testify about our Lord or for me, his prisoner. Join us in suffering for the good news by the strength and power of God. God has already saved us and called us to his holy calling, not because of any good works we may have done, but because of his own intention and because eons and eons ago he gave us this grace in Jesus the Anointed, the liberating King. Uh, we're on a time crunch, so you'll have to.
Was that a double entendre because you lost your Eon?
Oh man, that's tough. I didn't even think about that. Sleepers, you've been awakened.
Thank you.
That was a nice double entendre. Uh, Dunk of the Eon. Let's get to the show. What's topic one today?
Topic one is a new segment I like to call "If I Was a Gambling Man." Cart, you're a fan of that, aren't you? I feel like you always say, "If I was a gambling man," which I am.
Of course I am, Riley. You know me too well.
So this first segment, we're going to talk about the best gambles of the transfer portal. See, when you look at this landscape of transfers, not everybody who's getting a big bag is necessarily worth that. Like some teams, they have to overpay out of desperation. Some teams have to overpay to fill a need. And you see guys go to a new location and they definitely have the upside. The potential is there, but they're not a sure thing. But I want to talk about which guys who are technically gambles going to a new school that we believe in the most.
Ooh.
I love this.
So it has to be one we approve of. It's not biggest gambles, it's best gambles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, like Denzel Aberdeen to me is the actually you have two clear ones for Kentucky who we know are both getting paid a lot with Jaden Quaintance and Denzel Aberdeen. Two guys where it's like the potential's there for them to thrive in a larger role. We just don't exactly know how it's gonna pan out.
Okay.
Okay. Just because I want to make sure I'm on the same page here. Yaxel wouldn't count as a gamble, right?
I think when a guy's on NBA draft boards, he's not really a gamble now.
See, to
Okay.
me, to me, that is a gamble because he's not coming to Michigan.
Ah, that's a good point.
But
That's a good
that's
point.
I would have a hard time putting it on the list of best when there's a world he doesn't even play there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it the best gamble though? Because if he does play there, then he's a first team All American.
So,
Like that's the gamble part of it.
I don't
let's
think he
let's say,
belongs. I have a different Michigan name I would put on.
let's say which one do you believe in the most of the
Okay,
gambles?
well, I'll leave like the NBA part out of it, and I'm more so like just like gambling on a player and like if they're gonna hit, if they're gonna fit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, ooh, do y'all have a clear cut number one?
I
I
don't
would
right now.
I would say, I mean,
Actually, honestly, I don't know if he's won, but USC's taking a mean ass gamble. I'm a Rodney Rice guy, but you are playing Rodney Rice $3 million and you're losing Des Claude.
Yeah.
I got another USC player who's my favorite gamble,
Who?
Jacob Kofi.
The Virginia transfer?
I think he's like a super high upside big that no one's really talking about. To me, I had this realization that I might just be a USC guy this year, fight on. I think when you look at their potential starting five of like Rodney Rice, looking like he's going to start at the one, Elijah Arenas, Keontae Jones, Ezra Asar, and Jacob Kofi. To me, it feels like an old school must team where you don't really have the clear cut point guard, but you have a bunch of wings who can do some playmaking and can go get you a bucket, and even a big like Kofi who if you squint, you can see like a Jalen Williams type of player who he had at Arkansas. And Kofi is like super skilled, can already step out to mid range, can knock down threes, good shot blocker, and like can move. And just, I think maybe doesn't have like all Big Ten upside, but I think can just like be a really very high quality front court piece. And I don't know. I don't know. I haven't watched y'all's Big Ten power rankings yet, but where did you rank USC? Like, where are y'all at on their outlook?
Before they lost Claude, I had them seventh. Now I would drop them.
I'm willing to put him there, but let's put him at like five. Let's put him at five.
He's he he's one of those dudes who personally I believe in him finding something this year.
I
Oh,
respect that.
yeah, I do too. I like the argument.
How do we feel about Pop Isaacs at Houston?
That's a good
Like that,
shout. I think Pop Isaacs is a gamble, but what
what
do
if
you
it
think?
works though, G?
It's a bad gamble.
but
Bad
but
gamble.
that's the gamble part of it
But it's
though.
got to be gambles we like, right? Like,
Yeah.
I
are,
guess
are
so.
any of
Yeah.
us really going to sit here and be like, we love the Popeyes it's
No,
had?
no. See, this is why I'm struggling with this topic. I'm just picking guys that I think are just terrible gambles, but if I am wrong, then it turns out to be amazing.
I think it's
What
got to be
about
something you start to talk yourself into. Like you mentioned it briefly, but I think Jaden Quaintance is a gamble because of his injury situation. And if he hits, he's going to be awesome at Kentucky. I see the vision on that one. So I would argue that's on the list. There was one other one that I just saw. I'm like aggressively.
Cart? What about? Oh, sorry, Greg. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Keep going.
I was gonna say for Cart, what about Mustafa Thiam?
At Cincy,
Yeah, going to your Bearcats.
not good enough for top five.
Really? I think if Thiam hits, he's like one of the three best bigs in the Big 12.
I guess that's true. No, I gotta go to the Big 12. Make sure I'm not missing anybody.
Yeah, I just said that without doing any legwork on it, but I'm gonna blindly say Thiam, if he hits, is the top three big in the league.
It's fair to say. What other?
I mean, it's not done yet, but it's gonna be. It might be done by the time this comes out. I'm really gonna fight this. I think Doug McDaniel will be awesome in the Haggerty role,
I like that shot a lot.
and
That's a good
that's an obvious risk.
I'm fine with that.
Like I
What,
would be surprised if he doesn't put up similarly crazy numbers.
can I throw someone out there that's in that kind of same maybe mold?
Yep.
one.
I think that Nigel Pack's gonna be good at Oklahoma.
Ooh, that's a good shout too. I'm very out on Nigel Pack, but I like the confidence card.
Yeah, like it just his old ass just scores, and he's the team, and Porter Moser like can actually has this thing where like he can just have one guy just kind of go off like that. So
Mhm.
maybe that becomes a thing.
I'm okay with it. I'm
I
okay
got
with
one that I think will speak to Greg's heart.
who?
Dre Gibbs Lawhorn, UNLV.
Yeah,
I
We,
like
we might as well get to the Michigan guy. Is it a day?
he's a risk. So other ones that I'm just throwing out, and then you guys can pick what you want to do with this. AJ Store to Ole Miss, a risk for obvious reasons, but Chris
Mhm.
Beard could get him right, and he has clear big upside. I think Ian Jackson to St. John's to an extent is a risk. How Rick Pitino is looking at him as a point guard. Will that work? Will it not? When you have everything else in the fold, I think it will, but it also could crash and burn. And then I think there's two guys on Michigan's team that could be on a top five list here. One is Ade Mara because Ade Mara has stunk till this point in his career. But if he does just play the Vlad Golden role and dunk and sit well in drop coverage, like I'm starting to buy the Michigan fans who are telling me Mick Cronin asked him to hedge ball screens all year, and that's why he never played. He can't do it. If he just sits in drop coverage, he might be awesome. And I don't know what to think of that, but I'm at least interested. The other Michigan name that would belong on this list, again, I hate the kid, but I think he's grossly undervalued based on how much every other guard in the portal is going for right now. They got Elliot Cadeau for a ridiculously cheap price tag. This is
Mhm.
a top five assist rate guy in the sport, a former five-star recruit that started at point guard on a number one seed that made the Sweet 16. Like you can't tell me you actually can't win with the kid. He has to look good in the system, and I'm not a fan of his game. But he's cheaper than Trey Holloman, and people are acting like he belongs in that bucket of player, which is absurd to me. It's a risk. Obviously, they swapped out a guy that was a legend in Donaldson at Michigan for that. But if it works, there's a world that he's really good in Dusty's system.
Can I throw out my point guard too then? Kyan Evans. He definitely feels like a gamble.
That's a risk.
I'm actually I'm cautiously optimistic in buying into him as the lead guard though. So those are some good shouts, Greg. I have one I have one more that we'll say maybe there's a John Tanji type bump here. Andrew Rohde. That's probably
No, no.
I'd
that's my
rather I'd rather Nick Boyd do the Tanji bump.
yeah, I agree. But Boyd feels less like a gamble because Boyd has
Yeah,
played on a Final Four team and was like the go-to guy on a tournament team this past year.
that's true. That's
Right,
fair.
Riley, you
Yes.
first.
That's true. That's fair. Card any Xavier Booker love here?
I was actually gonna go to another. Actually, I had two that I thought you were honest. I need to work on my G reads. I feel like I'm falling off a little bit. I don't know what it is. I thought you would maybe throw out Miles Rice at Maryland because I know you were big on Miles Rice before Indiana. Maybe like throw away the Mike Woodson stuff. And then what about Mackenzie and Bako playing buckyball?
I thought about Mbako. I also thought about
Sweetheart Reed.
and I hated myself.
Oh,
Mbako just missed my cut line, but I like him on the list.
all right. I like.
So I think Cart should just take all the names that we just took, and I think Cart should rank the top five, and we should just live with those terms and move forward.
Okay. Cool. Ooh, I like this power. Um, I want to go. I want to go store one. I like the store shout. I'm gonna go store one. I'm gonna go Ian Jackson two. Quaintance three. I actually want to go Mara four. Like there was a world where Mara was like he was Gavoni's golden child, and I didn't even think it was like that unwarranted. He was so nasty in that Euro tournament. Like it was actually special shit. And I don't like Mick Cronin. So yeah, we're gonna like put him at four. And then five, Riley, who was your favorite? Actually, no, I got you. Jacob Kofi at five. There you go, Riley.
Appreciate it.
That's a good list, boys. Good job. Topic two today. What do we have?
Topic two is another new segment. This one I like to call WWSD. Y'all know the WWJD bracelets? What would Jesus do?
Is that what that JD stands for?
That is what the JD stands for. I have a riff off of that with what would sleepers do. And we are going to look at a list of five incoming freshmen and then a bonus one. So technically six, but five ones that I think are the most compelling. And we're going to say what we would do if we were in their shoes. Would we stay committed to the school we're currently locked in with? Would we test? Would we just have would we have our agent do a little cart? Would we have him do a little silly face like, what's my value? Who's out there? Or will we just straight up decommit?
Coming
And
get you.
let me be clear, this is not based on intel. We're not speculating these guys will actually commit. We are just saying what we would do.
Good disclaimer by you.
Thank you. Yes.
I
Go
would
ahead.
like to propose, pending how this goes, but I have a gut feel this will go well, that this becomes a recurring segment. And it's just what would sleepers do? NBA draft decisions. What would sleepers do? New thing. And I like this. I like where this is headed. Also, Riley, be honest, you were a huge Live Strong bracelet guy, weren't you?
I actually don't know if I ever had a Livestrong bracelet. I
I was.
definitely,
I was a massive Livestrong bracelet guy.
Again, my reads are awful. Our chemistry today as a trio has been all over the place.
it's been a little bit spotty. Were y'all ever silly bands guys though?
Yes.
I love some silly bands.
Yeah. I was a silly band.
All right, let's get to the first. What would sleepers do?
All right, first, what would sleepers do? Jasper Johnson. You got a million guards coming into Kentucky. You already saw your buddy Caden decommit. Would you stay? Would you test? Or would you just straight up leave?
Hand up. Can we do this as a role playing exercise? Because I feel like each of these, it could work where we're role playing, and I love to give Card a chance to role play.
Please do. The
All
floor is
right.
yours.
Okay. So what roles do we want to play though? Someone's got to be Jasper.
I,
I'll be Jasper's agent.
Greg, you can be Jasper.
Okay.
I can be Mark.
Okay.
Jasper, what's going on, man?
Please speak directly to me, Coach Pope.
Jasper's agent, how are we feeling? You know, we got a good roster coming in. Feeling really good about our chances to get banner number 8, 9. I don't know. Sorry, Kentucky fans. Feeling really good about our chances to hang another banner. How's Jasper feeling? Is he locked into his role? Has he been in the gym this summer? When's he coming to Lexington?
Look, Coach, I mean, both Jasper and I are very much online. We're very much online, obviously, with OT exposure, everything like that. And I just need you to be straight up with me. You got Jasper Johnson in the fold, McDonald's All-American,
Yep.
top 10 guard. His nickname is JJ. He's a lefty, by the way. Don't know if you know.
They call me Juice.
And all I'm seeing is you recruiting other guards, Coach. What's up with that? Do you not want to play Jasper?
You see, the way that I view it, I'm more of an 8 starters kind of coach. If you come and play for Coach Pope, you are going to get, if you can crack that top 8, you're going to get those starter minutes. and we want to push we want to push Jasper to really become the best man on and off the court that he can be. And we want to see what he can bring with a little iron sharpens iron action. We've just brought in a guy, Denzel Aberdeen, championship pedigree. I really think he's going to unlock Jasper and take his game to the next level, going against him in practice every day.
Jasper, I'll let you speak directly.
Fuck that.
So what sleepers would do? They would decommit.
Denzel Aberdeen's crazy. Yeah. I'd be in the portal so fast. Want to go on number two?
Next up, we have Isaiah Harwell. Pop Isaac's coming in. There are some guard minutes there. Kingston Fleming's kind of checks in as the projected one, but does Harwell stay committed and try to beat out Pop Isaacs for the starting two? Is there a world? I guess Emmanuel Sharp there. They'll probably play three guards again, or does he content coming off the bench?
I'll be Isaiah Harwell.
I don't think I want to role play anymore. I want to watch you role play though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what did Kelvin Sampson say to Evan?
Uh,
Isaiah,
are
when
you,
you
are you a
get
stats guy?
when you get the ball, when you get the ball, you got to shoot it. That's what we're bringing you in for. We got this kid, Pop Isaacs. When he shoots the ball and it goes in for three, then we get 3 points.
Who?
Richard Isaacs Jr. Pop is what we call him.
Oh, yes. Okay. Coach, I'm not worried about that, man. I know what I can do. I feel confident in the spot I'm in. I think Pops is the one that should be worried straight up. To be honest, we're having a little competition thing going on here, but yeah, I'm a consumer of the game. I'm a student of the game, coach. You know that as well as a scorer. Um, I'm not worried about you know the, the guy that two to three other schools didn't want. I'm where I'm wanted.
I'm
Yeah,
with
he,
Isaiah.
he would stay.
I think Isaiah Harwell probably is better than Pop Isaacs and ends up starting for
I
him.
am.
So yeah, what would sleepers do? They would stay. Uh, Next one, Nick Kamania. You got Isaiah Evans coming back. Duke is in on Cedric Coward, and Dame Sarr might get one of them. Can I be Coach Shire for this one?
Yeah, I'd like to role play again. I'll be Coach K.
And Carter's Kamania.
Is
Yeah.
Kamini Finnish?
He's technically, I want to say he's technically Bulgarian, but he doesn't have an accent. I
Oh, that's
listened to an
Mika.
interview.
That's Mika Marinin. My fault. All right.
Hey, Nick, it's Coach Shire, fresh off the Final Four. Just want to make sure you're locked in. We got Slim coming back. We think we're going to have a really loaded perimeter group and just looking forward to you coming in, playing next to Caleb Foster, playing next to Caden Boozer. We think you're going to get a lot of shots open from his brother Cam. What do you think, Nick?
You know, I'm all in, coach. Brotherhood. It truly means something to me, man. It truly does. I actually just sacrificed my youngest goat the other day, so I'm in all the way, coach. I'm so ready.
Good, good. Speaking of sacrifices, I know my mentor, Coach K, he has something to
Shut the
say.
fuck up, John. Get out of here. Listen, Nick, I knew you were going to make this decision, but I was just here just in case anything went wrong. You can't trust John with anything these days. Try to win a national championship. God damn. Hey, by the way, I'm already working on your American citizenship. Don't you worry. We're going to get you on the same deal Joel did by the 2032 Olympics. Good to have you in the
I'm an
brotherhood.
American citizen, coach.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
That's on me.
Coach
Kaminia,
K,
if I was in his position, I would decommit. That's probably not going to surprise anybody. I think Kaminia can hoop, and he's going to be lower on the pecking order here. Nico Bundalo going to Washington with Bryson Tucker, Lathan Somerville, and Jacob Ognosovich coming into the fold.
Gonna pull rank. Role playing as Nico Bundalo would be the lowest moment in this channel's history. So let's just quickly determine what Nico Bundalo should do.
I think Nico decommits.
I think Nico decommits.
I would decommit if I was Nico.
Yeah, I'd probably tell him to.
I think you look at the big man market, especially like there's going to be a better school than Washington that gets you the meets the monetary demands. Next, Kai and Anthony. This one is less about personnel and more so like, are you sure you want to play for Red Autry?
Just a great read by Greg not letting me play Nico
I
Bundalo.
just that would have been the lowest point in channel history. All right, so someone want to be mellow?
Can I be Kyan?
You can be Kyan. Can I be Lala?
If you want, yeah.
Can
Okay,
I be mellow then?
sure.
So red Autry's just not part of this
Well,
conversation.
I'm talking to
No,
my parents about. I'm talking to my parents about whether I should go or not.
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
okay.
Yo, word to my mother, pops. I don't know if I'm trying to follow you. I mean, you play for Bayheim, and you know what I'm saying. Coach Autry be losing hella games, yo.
I'm sorry, I can't do this.
That was so good. Oh man.
I think if Sleepers was calling the shots, he would decommit.
The Oranges ain't what
Um,
they used to be, pops. For real. Hockey way.
last
Oh,
What's the
you
last one,
tripping,
man?
bro?
last one is the bonus. I
Rip
just mentioned
outside, yo.
Shut up. What is the last one?
I just mentioned my love for USC, how I'm a Trojan this year, fight on. Jerry Easter.
Okay. If what do we? He stays committed. I'm not role playing Jerry Easter.
Jerry
He's gonna
Easter stays committed. I was very interested in Riley being must, though.
Can you be Muss real quick,
Yeah,
Riley?
can you just do a
no,
quick must?
no, I can't. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, pish posh. All right. That either was the worst segment we've ever done or the best one, and I really can't tell. Topic three.
This is another new segment that I like to call Far From Home. This one is is a shout out to Sleeve, the second mention he's gotten today, where he wanted us to do a snake draft without doing any cheating, without looking anything up, and drafting transfers who we believe are going the furthest from their old location to their new location. And then he said plug in the miles at the end and see who wins.
It's a really, really fun game. Okay.
Do we want to do how many players do we want to take? Five each or three
five seems
each?
like a lot, doesn't it?
Five does seem like a
Let's
lot.
do four. Even number. Everybody gets the snakes got to come back around. Let's do four. And just to be clear, it's from their previous destination.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. It's not from like their hometown. It's from their
Correct.
previous destination. And
Correct.
we are not allowed to look at anything.
Boys about to pick
Correct?
Chad Baker Mazara from Ireland. Who's first?
Up to Riley.
Cart, you can go first.
I'm gonna take Rodney Rice.
From Maryland to USC.
Yep.
Okay.
Greg, you want to go second?
Yeah. I'm gonna take.
Oh, that'd be College Park, Maryland. Sorry, I'm doing the miles in my background.
Oh, yeah, he that was good. That was good. Trying to think of somebody obvious that I haven't found yet. I'm just gonna take a day Mara.
Uh,
UCLA, Michigan.
and I'll take Henry Vasar. So first round we have you said Rodney Rice, Daimara, Henry Vasar. Second pick, I'm just gonna go ahead and take Jacob Kofi. Go UVA to
Are we
US.
trying to actually build a team, or are we just trying to get the most miles?
We're just
Literally
trying to
just
get
the
the most
most
miles.
miles.
Okay, got you.
So
On
it's back
UG.
to G.
I will take Xavier Booker.
Solid pick. Very solid pick. Oh, can I get? No, that's not that far. Hmm. I am going to do. Actually, don't know if this is all that far, but I'm gonna take Swain from Xavier to Texas.
Balin Swain. And then I think it's your pick again.
It's my pick again. I will go with. Trying to think of some West Coast schools. Damn, from Arizona. Oh, KJ Lewis.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a
KJ Lewis.
really good one. I will take Kwamari Peterson,
Where's that? That's the what? Washington from where?
Washington to East Tennessee State.
That is a good one.
That's a good one.
Hmm. Like, has Gonzaga landed anybody? I don't think they have. So I got two here. Jaden Quaintance, Arizona State to Lexington.
Okay.
Then my last one. Hmm. Let me get Nick Boyd.
Damn. I was gonna try to get him.
I'm gonna take Isaiah Watts, Washington State to Maryland.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
How are we gonna determine the numbers on this?
I've been looking it up
You have been.
well for my team.
Oh, okay.
Wait, does Carr have one more pick?
I got two more picks right here.
I think you just have
Um.
one because you have Rodney
Oh,
Rice,
sorry, we're
Jalen
doing
Swain, and
four.
KJ
My fault.
Lewis.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
have one
yeah.
more pick. My last pick, I'm gonna take uh Cannon Catchings.
Ooh, BYU to Georgia. That is a good one.
All right, so uh I have I just gotta do so that would be what city is Arizona in?
Tucson.
Tucson? Tucson, Arizona.
I'm
Yeah,
cal
we're gonna have to do some math now.
I'm calculating mine.
I'm also doing mine. We
Also
need
just
like the
realized
Jeopardy music.
I could have just typed in the university. I don't have to do the
Yeah,
state.
that's
Fucking idiot. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Also, if y'all looking at Google Maps, use the short distance. Don't be a jackass.
like don't just do the longest one you can find.
Yeah, I'm looking at Georgetown to also this took me to Georgetown, Indiana. God, that's it. Like there's a path that you could take, up to 100 more miles. I'm perfect, and that's the way love goes. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it.
Oh man, how close are you guys to getting your numbers?
Two more.
All right, I have one more. This is
He was a fairy. Yup,
tough.
yup. He was a fairy. Yup, yup. Sorry, I'm just trying to do background music. Yup, yup. He was a fairy. Little
Thanks, Cart.
daddy.
All right, I'm on my last one.
Can't get enough pussy out of the pain. Put some Lulu on his butt. Lululemon.
What's your guys' longest mileage one?
So I have
2,500.
one more to do, but so
God,
far
let me drive
2,642.
crazy.
2,669 for me. These are gonna
All
be
right,
close.
what was yours, Greg? The long.
2,669 is my longest one.
Dang.
What's your longest one, Riley?
2,548.
Loser.
I
What
think we're
was
all gonna
yours,
be very
Cart?
close. I have my official number.
All right, what's yours, Greg?
9,697 miles.
9,000. Dang it, you beat me. What was yours, Greg? 9,000 what?
697.
Mine was 8,467.
Okay, mine. Actually, I think Greg, you beat me, but just for the sake of this, I'll go ahead and do it. One of
I had
mine was only. That's kind of crazy. Xavier and the University of Texas aren't that far apart.
how far?
Only 1,201 miles.
Yeah, that lost it for you. All of mine were 2,200 to 2,600.
Oh,
Seriously?
boy, you
Yeah.
cooked.
I didn't realize that. I wouldn't have guessed that UCLA and Michigan were that far.
I had 8,000. Mine was 8,072.
USC and Kentucky were less than 2,000 miles from each other. That one
Hey,
surprised me.
some of us are world travelers and some of us aren't.
Did I at least come second?
What
Well,
was your
yeah,
number, Cart?
I think Texas Xavier lost it for you. I
I
think
had 8,072.
yeah, you're third.
Mine was 8,467.
Wow, I hate myself. I hate my life.
One big thing presented by Underdog Fantasy. Join Underdog promo code Sleepers. Get up to $1,000 in bonus funds and a free pick. Riley, the floor is yours.
Oh man, well, I'm gonna get a little sentimental. It's been good to have you back, Greg. I feel like these last 2 weeks coming back to the OG lineup has been great. I know we talked about this some off air even before we started. Just the toughness that comes with having a newborn, and it gets even tougher when you have I guess Murph is almost 2. Shout out to her running around to where I just admire your dedication to this and love getting to chop it up with you about hoops. So appreciate you being here. Thanks for organizing everything and keeping the channel going too.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Means a lot. Cart?
I bought some golf balls. Um, and I just wanted to show them. Tailor made. I don't know. Greg, I feel like we might have talked about this before. Don't you hate like the striped golf balls?
I'm not a fan of striped golf balls, but I'm just before you go further, is there like a take here, or do you literally just want to show us your golf balls?
Well, because I got a great deal on these, and
Okay.
I was trying to run it by if it was actually a good deal. So I
Okay.
got this whole box, which I'm not even sure how many exactly are in it. I think is it only 12? Yeah, 12 golf balls. This was $20 for TaylorMade.
Wow.
Like that's a good deal, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good deal.
Is it like go like run people tell I got a good deal or like good deal, keep it to yourself?
I think it's like if it comes up in conversation, mention it. Maybe in
Okay.
like, oh, you could probably get on this deal as well. It's a good deal. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's a good deal. You're golfing tomorrow, right? By the time people listen to this, you might be on the course.
I might be on the course. Also,
What's
second one big thing. Jameer Gibbs, why do you have to change your jersey number the year I get your jersey?
Wait, what's
what's
he wearing now?
He's wearing 0 next year.
love that.
I just got this for Christmas.
Car, what's the goal on the course tomorrow? Do we have a number we're trying to shoot?
I'd like to break 105.
It's a good number.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Now I feel bad that my one big thing is like complaining since Riley got all cute, sentimental to me. But I got to put my local coffee shop on blast right now. Cart knows this.
Not Water Tower.
Water Street.
Water
Please.
Street.
Well, actually, you can disrespect them. Call them Water Tower if you want. So like you got to have like a rotation of coffee shops, right? Especially if you're doing like daycare drop-offs and just trying to function. So you got the big brands. We got like a Dunkin', we got a Big B, we got a Starbucks all within distance. But I like to buy local. I like to support local. In fact, I even like Water Street Coffee's coffee more than the big brands coffee. So I like to go to my little hole in the wall coffee shop, which has a drive through. It's beautiful. For years, it's treated me well. You get there, there's usually nobody in line. I got a coffee in my hands in roughly 2.5 minutes. Efficiency is the whole sell here. Today that went away. Today that disappeared. Today I pulled up at 8:53. It's a 3-minute drive from my house. I should be home by the 9 a.m. recording time. It is not an exaggeration that at 9:08 I was still sitting in that drive-through. No one had even come to the window to check on me. I was the only car in the drive-through at the time. Unacceptable. Unacceptable from an efficiency standpoint, unacceptable from a customer service standpoint. At least knock on the window and let me know what's going on. And now I'm devastated because I want to buy local and support local, but it was such a bad experience. What do I do, Riley?
I think you give him another chance. You can't just go one and done.
Yeah. Also, their coffee slaps.
It's good coffee.
It's good coffee.
And like, what's your pivot if you leave Water Tower?
We ain't going back to Big Apple or Dunkin'.
Starbucks is the quickest on the block. Let's
No.
put credit where Starbucks,
No, Starbucks sucks. Starbucks is horrible.
from a quickness
All right.
standpoint in my neighborhood, they fly.
But it's like drinking diesel fuel with a A little cutesy almond milk, maybe a little cold foam on there.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
Okay,
I
first of all, Starbucks is your whole brand. Don't you go on here shaming cold foam like you don't brew your own cold
okay,
foam.
no, I'm a coffee guy, but I like legit coffee. I don't like the
Don't you
Starbucks.
grow your own beans?
I would love to do that.
Exactly. So get that shit out
You
of
know
here.
what? Now that I'm hearing your takes on this, I'd like to make my one big thing retroactively that I love Starbucks. I'll
Oh,
stand for Starbucks. Carve it.
You
We're
don't even,
we're
you
just
don't.
disrespecting the big bad wolf on the block.
Yeah, we are.
okay, but also
Did Starbucks get it out the mud? Did Starbucks stay
in
low and build?
fairness, Greg, you really don't even like the like. You're not a coffee
That's what
guy
I'm
from
saying. I
Starbucks.
just drink black coffee. That's it.
Yeah,
Wherever I go, my order is an iced black coffee.
Yeah, and
but you're also a
Starbucks has the
refresher
worst
guy
black
though.
coffee out there. They
Strong
burn their
disagree.
beans.
Strong disagree.
Tune into Monday's episode.
We'll be back next week, I guess.